Have you ever opened a file you wrote 6 months ago, stared at the logic, and realized you have absolutely no idea what it does? You aren't alone. Complexity is the silent killer of software projects. Today we are mastering the most critical design principle for your career, KISS. KISS stands for Keep It Simple Stupid. And no, it's not an insult. It's a design philosophy that originated in the US Navy back in 1960. The principle states that most systems work best if they are kept simple rather than made complicated. As developers, especially when we are learning intermediate concepts, we have a tendency to over-engineer. We learn about design patterns, abstract factories, and recursion, and we want to use them everywhere. But writing clever code often leads to code that is impossible to maintain. Let's break this down. The first pillar of KISS is readability. Code is read 10 times more often than it is written. If you write a one-liner that requires a junior dev to pull out a whiteboard to understand it, you haven't been clever. You've been unclear. Look at this. A nested loop with 3 ternary operators. It saves 3 lines of vertical space, sure. But compare it to this. Distinct variables, clear if statements, and early returns. The computer processes both roughly the same, but the human can debug the second one in seconds. The second pillar connects to YAGNI. You ain't gonna need it. Often we violate KISS by building features for future use cases that never happen. We create generic interfaces for a problem we only have once. So how do you apply this today? 1. Break large functions into smaller, single-purpose ones. 2. Rename variables from X or data to user profile or invoice list. 3. Use standard libraries instead of writing custom utility functions. Be careful though. Simple does not mean stupid. It takes more effort to distill a complex problem into a simple solution than it does to write a messy one. As Steve Jobs said, you have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. Senior developers aren't impressed by how many design patterns you can cram into a file. They are impressed by code they can review, merge, and forget about because it just works. That is the power of simplicity. Start refactoring for simplicity today. If you found this helpful, comment KISS below so I know you're watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on becoming a top-tier developer. Keep it simple.